DC News now. We're talking about a chilly start out there this morning. Low to mid 40s off towards our north, right around 50 in the district right now. Later on today, upper 60s to right about 70 under ample amounts of sunshine for your Thursday afternoon. As we get towards tomorrow, a little bit warmer and also warmer for the weekend. Of all these details coming up.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Ahead this morning on DC News Now, investigators are looking for answers after a teen was shot and killed yesterday near a DC school. What we know this morning.
Plus, after her trip up to Capitol Hill this week, the mayor of DC says she's working with Congress on marijuana reforms in the district. What could be changing coming up?
And staying safe while at the pool this summer. A few tips to keep the fun coming.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good morning. Your time right now, 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Tosin Fakile.
And I am Joseph Omo. We are happy to be here with you. Corey and Tanaya, they are off once again this morning, but we are on and we are taking you outside with a live look at the Air Force Memorial there, just outside of the Pentagon. Absolutely beautiful. And Jackie, I see that the camera's moving ever so slightly. Is it windy out there?
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a breeze out there this morning. That's sticking around through the morning into the early afternoon. We're also noticing those skies, a little bit more of that grayish, milky color. And yes, that's associated still a little bit of that wildfire smoke from Canada that's looming over the region. But we should be seeing that clearing out and more of that sunshine developing through the day today. Similar to what we started off with yesterday morning. That's what we're starting off with this morning. But those temperatures are a little bit colder than yesterday morning. We have high pressure off towards our north, and that's keeping us quite quiet across the region. But those temperatures are on the cooler side. Low 40s off towards the north. Hagerstown, you're 42 degrees. Also right around 40 up and down the I-81 corridor and back over towards the mountains region. Closer towards D.C., a little bit warmer, around 50 in D.C., low 50s, Fredericksburg, mid 50s right now in Lexington Park. But we're seeing a big difference in that temperature department from yesterday morning to this morning. 10 to 20 degree difference for much of the area. Now the frost advisory now has been canceled, so we no longer have that frost advisory across the region. That used to be until 8 a.m., but we're seeing those winds mainly out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. More details coming up. Shanika's here. The all-important look at the roadways. How's traffic?
All right, folks, the problems begin, and we're starting on DC 295 north and southbound. This is okay, but off of your major roadways, just watch. We do have a crash, and this is off of Pennsylvania Avenue in southeast, so that is right off of the Anacostia Freeway. Further south, right near Minnesota Avenue, it's very slow in this area. You're starting to see some slowdowns as many of you are traveling further toward the district. Topside is also pretty heavy at this time. You're only in the 6 o'clock hour. 95 heading southbound. Watch for a crash, and that is right near 198.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now, 6:02 on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, we got a quick look at some of your Know and Go headlines this morning, and we begin with a tragic update. We are learning this morning the 10-year-old girl that was shot Sunday evening has died. Ariana Davis, that was her name. She was struck by a stray bullet while riding in the car with her family. She died yesterday afternoon. We'll have more on that coming up in just a second.
And some more sad news. A man has been charged after attacking several women in Silver Spring on Tuesday. That man, 20-year-old Jose Roberto Hernandez Penal, faces rape, kidnapping, and armed robbery charges, according to Montgomery County Police. And officials are asking anyone who believes they may have been assaulted by this man to come forward.
And here comes Amazon. Met Park in Arlington is preparing for the move-in of Amazon headquarters, and so are some businesses in the area. Take a look at those cute pups. Some stores have already opened up, and a dozen more scheduled to move in soon ahead of the business boom that Amazon will bring to the area. All right, time now 6:03. We are following developing news this morning, and we begin in the district where yet another shooting has hurt 3 people. This time it happened in southeast D.C.
That's right. Police say it happened around 9 o'clock last night in the 4600 block of Hillside Road. Investigators say 3 men were shot, taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say this appears to be an isolated incident.
As of right now, our lookout are for 3 black males wearing dark clothing, last seen fleeing on foot towards Benning Road.
There's no word this morning on any arrest or what may have led up to the shooting. And this morning, we've learned some more sad news. The 10-year-old girl hit by gunfire in northeast D.C. on Mother's Day. Police say she's died.
Yeah, her name was Ariana Davis. And DC News Now's Randy Bass has the latest from police headquarters this morning as investigators try to track down her killer. Randy, what's the latest?
Yeah, Joe Tosin, good morning. Just a devastating update overnight this morning. Ariana's friends and family grieving her loss as investigators push forward in her case. Right now, a $45,000 reward for information is on the table, for information that leads to an arrest and conviction in this case. Let's go back to Sunday, Mother's Day, when all of this happened along Hayes Street Northeast. Sunday night around 9:15, more than 50 shots rang out as she and her family rode in a car. Her family drove her to a nearby fire station where crews took her to a hospital. She died yesterday afternoon. Right now, no information on a suspect or suspects or any car they may have been driving. Right now, very little information has been released to the public. The police are still asking for your help. This comes amid a troubling trend here in the district. More and more teens and children finding themselves victim to gun violence. Just yesterday afternoon, a 17-year-old boy was shot and killed outside of Roosevelt High School in Northwest. Police are looking for information in both of these homicide cases. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thanks so much. Well, counselors will be on hand this morning at Roosevelt High School in D.C. after the student that Randy just mentioned, the 17-year-old, was shot and killed in his school's parking lot yesterday afternoon. Investigators say that boy, again, just 17 years old. We're told he was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Police say the shooting stemmed from some sort of altercation, and as a result, Roosevelt and several other high schools in the area had to go into lockdown.
A lot of anxiety because you don't never know, and then bullets don't have no names on them. It could be anybody.
I can't overstate how heartbreaking it is, how heartbroken I am right now for our kids with what we see happening as a police agency and as a city.
At a press conference yesterday, police told reporters they did find a gun at the scene. Still this morning, though, no word on any suspect. All right, it's 6:07 this Thursday morning. We're going to move over to Virginia now, where Fairfax County Public Schools, one of the largest school districts in the entire country, is investigating a racist email that was sent to the cheerleading coach at Oakton High School.
That email was sent 2 months ago, but some parents in Fairfax County NAACP did not see that letter until the end of April. Now, this morning, the NAACP is criticizing the school system for not acting quickly. According to the NAACP, the message said, in part, many of us would not feel comfortable with another colored individual coaching cheerleading at Oakton. An official with Fairfax County NAACP says the school system did not tell the coach the letter refers to about that letter.
They did not even reach out to her first to tell her that this had happened, that it had to come from another parent that told her. It's disrespectful.
Fairfax County Public Schools has released a statement. It says, quote, FCPS works hard each day to create a school environment where all students and staff are valued and feel accepted and supported. The district says they've tried to find the person who wrote the email. They haven't come up with anything yet. FCPS will update families on this matter once the investigation is complete.
All right, your time now 6:07. We are covering Metro this morning. A new 8-page memo from Metro's Inspector General is spelling out trouble for the agency if leaders don't address some major cybersecurity concerns. That report revealed that a Russian contractor had high-level access to Metro's computer systems, even though he was no longer working with the agency. So here's what happened. Earlier this year, the Inspector General was alerted about abnormal activity coming from Russia. Investigators discovered that even though this contractor no longer worked for Metro, he was still allowed to access systems and networks under the hope that his contract to work for Metro would be renewed. The Inspector General report also cited several different examples where the transit system has failed at maintaining secure online systems. Now, this report was brought back to Metro's management. It was brought to their attention in January of this year. Metro responded by saying since January, they've met weekly with the Office of the Inspector General to discuss cybersecurity. And just yesterday, Metro publicly responded, take a look, to this Inspector General report. They told DC News Now, quote, there was no breach or hack of WMATA's network. WMATA IT immediately blocked and cut off the contractor's access to WMATA's network, adding, quote, Metro takes the security of our network and our assets very seriously. Tosin.
All right, Joe, we are still talking Metro, and heads up, Metro riders, the Potomac Yard Station will open for business tomorrow, and that means you'll have access to the blue and yellow line trains. Potomac Yard is located between Reagan National Airport and Braddock Road Station. The station in Alexandria is considered the fastest growing area in the city. Potomac Yard, you may be wondering, that station is Metro's 98th station. All right, happening today, Maryland Department of Transportation State High Administration is hosting a meeting to address possible changes coming to the I-95, 495, and Medical Center interchange. They'll present preliminary designs and recommend alternatives that could be coming to this area. Officials hope it'll help with current congestion and accommodate even more traffic that'll come with future growth. The virtual meeting is from 6:30 to 8. You can find more details and the link to the meeting on the Maryland.gov website. All right, well, Maryland County is doing something to help people looking for a job, especially people having trouble with finding transportation.
Yeah, this is a unique one. Now Prince George's County is deploying a new mobile unit, a bus, if you will, to the streets to help job hunters. The American Job Center, also called Employ Prince George's, offers many resources for those who are seeking employment. And now that experience could come to your very own neighborhood with the new American Job Center mobile unit.
I think that's pretty convenient for people that don't have rides, and it will help a lot.
Yeah, the mobile unit, there it is right there. It'll be deployed to different areas. There will be a schedule posted online. You can expect to see it make appearances at events and job fairs across the country.